The strange object caught Maya's eye as she dug in her grandmother's garden. At first, she thought it was just a rock, but as she brushed away the soil, she realized it was something else entirely. Smooth and metallic, about the size of her palm, with unusual patterns etched across its surface. Maya turned it over in her hands, wondering how long it had been buried there. "What did you find?" her grandmother called from the porch, where she sat shelling peas. "Not sure," Maya replied, wiping more dirt from the object. "Some kind of metal thing." Maya had come to stay with her grandmother in rural New Mexico after everything fell apart. 2 years of astronomy graduate studies wasted when her parents got sick. The medical bills piled up, and Maya had to drop out to help. Now both her parents were gone, and she was broke, with student loans she couldn't pay and a dream that seemed further away than ever. The object felt warm in her hands, warmer than it should have been after being buried in the cool earth. Maya traced one of the patterns with her finger, and suddenly, the object began to glow. A soft blue light pulsed from within, following the etched lines like flowing water. Maya almost dropped it in surprise. "Grandma, look at this." Her grandmother set aside the peas and made her way down the steps, but before she reached Maya, the object's glow intensified. The blue light shot upward in a thin beam, pointing directly at the sky. "What on earth?" her grandmother whispered. The beam vanished as quickly as it had appeared. The object continued to pulse gently in Maya's hands. "Maybe we should take it inside," Maya suggested, her heart racing. That night, Maya couldn't sleep. The object sat on her bedside table, its blue glow casting shadows on the ceiling. She had tried everything, taking pictures and searching online, calling an old professor, even attempting to pry it open. But nothing gave her any answers. Around midnight, Maya noticed something new. The object was vibrating slightly, and the glow had changed its pattern. Instead of a steady pulse, it now flashed in sequences, almost like Morse code. No, something else. Maya grabbed her notebook and began recording the pattern. After 20 minutes, she had pages filled with sequences of long and short pulses. She stared at them until her eyes blurred. "It's a message," she whispered to herself. "It has to be." The next morning, Maya woke to find her grandmother standing in her doorway, face pale. "You need to see the news," she said. On TV, reporters stood in fields, on beaches, in city parks, all next to small holes in the ground. And in each location, people held objects identical to the one Maya had found. "They're appearing all over the world," her grandmother said. "Started last night." Maya looked down at her object, still pulsing steadily. "But I found mine yesterday afternoon, before any of these." "That's not all," her grandmother continued, turning up the volume. "None of the others are glowing like yours." The reporter confirmed it. Worldwide, 157 objects had been discovered, but none had activated. Scientists were baffled. Government officials urged calm. Religious leaders called it a sign. Maya's phone rang, her old professor. "Maya," he said, his voice tight with excitement. "That object you sent me pictures of. I've been contacted by NASA. They want to meet you." "NASA? Why?" "Because whatever that thing is, it's not from Earth. And yours is the only one showing signs of activity." 3 hours later, a black SUV pulled up outside her grandmother's house. A tall woman in a suit stepped out, followed by a man carrying scientific equipment. "Maya Chen," the woman asked. "I'm Dr. Keller from NASA's SETI program. We need to talk about what you found." "Why me?" Maya asked, clutching the object protectively. "Why did it activate for me when none of the others did?" Dr. Keller's expression was both worried and amazed. "That's exactly what we're here to find out. But one thing seems clear. Whatever sent these objects specifically chose you as the first contact." As they loaded the equipment into the house, Maya looked up at the sky. Her astronomy studies had taught her about the vastness of space, the billions of galaxies, the trillions of stars. She had always believed there must be other life out there. Now it seemed that life had found her. Maya woke with a start, her heart pounding. Something had changed in the room. The metallic object, which Dr. Keller's team had placed inside a special containment box last night, was now floating 6 inches above the bedside table. But that wasn't what had awakened her. Above the object, shimmering in the air like heat waves over hot pavement, were symbols. They moved and shifted, rearranging themselves in patterns that made no sense. Maya rubbed her eyes, wondering if she was still dreaming. The symbols continued to change, faster now, as if searching for something. Then suddenly, they stopped. New shapes formed, and Maya gasped as she realized she could understand them. Emissary found. Protocol initiated. The words weren't in English or any human language, yet somehow she understood their meaning perfectly. Maya reached for her phone to call Dr. Keller, but before she could dial, the symbols changed again. Your world stands at a crossroads. You will speak for them. Maya's hands trembled. Speak for who? For Earth. As if in response, the object pulsed brightly, and a new message appeared. The Council awaits. Prepare. Maya jumped as her bedroom door burst open. Dr. Keller rushed in, followed by 2 assistants carrying monitoring equipment. Our sensors detected a massive energy spike, she said, then stopped short when she saw the floating symbols. Are you seeing this too? Maya nodded. I can understand it. It's talking to me. Dr. Keller approached slowly, her eyes wide. What is it saying? Before Maya could answer, the sound of vehicles outside drew their attention. Through the window, they watched as a convoy of military trucks pulled up to her grandmother's house. Soldiers poured out, quickly setting up a perimeter. I didn't authorize this, Dr. Keller said, her face hardening. She pulled out her phone and stepped into the hallway. Maya turned back to the symbols, which had changed again. Others will try to control this connection. They will fail. Only you were chosen. Why me? Maya whispered. The object's glow intensified, casting the whole room in blue light. The symbols expanded, filling the air around her with what looked like star charts, diagrams, and more text. Your mind holds patterns that resonate with ours. You think beyond boundaries. Maya thought of her astronomy studies, how she had always been fascinated by the possibilities beyond Earth. Was that why she had been chosen? Dr. Keller returned, looking worried. The government has taken over the operation. They've declared this a matter of national security. Through the window, Maya could see more vehicles arriving, including what looked like a mobile command center. What about my grandmother? Maya asked. They're moving her to a hotel for now. Maya, I need to know what that thing is telling you. Maya hesitated, then explained about the messages, the mention of a council, and being chosen as an emissary. Dr. Keller's face paled. This matches reports we're getting from around the world. The other objects have all activated now, but they're only displaying one message. The emissary will speak for Earth. A loud knock at the front door interrupted them. Heavy footsteps sounded in the hallway. Dr. Keller called a stern voice. General Richter, Department of Defense. We need to secure that object immediately. The symbols above the object flashed urgently. They cannot interfere. The connection must remain with you alone. The object suddenly rose higher, its blue glow intensifying to a blinding brilliance. The symbols expanded rapidly, filling the entire room with light. Maya heard shouting from outside her door, but it seemed distant, as if coming from miles away. The light surrounded her completely now, and within it, she began to see images, vast structures floating in space, beams of light moving among stars, and a great chamber where entities of different forms gathered around a central platform. The council awaits your arrival, the message read. 3 days. The light faded as quickly as it had appeared. The object gently lowered itself back into its containment box. The door burst open, and General Richter entered with 2 soldiers. What just happened? He demanded. Our instruments detected an energy surge that briefly knocked out all electronics within a mile radius. Maya looked at Dr. Keller, then back at the general. She took a deep breath. "I've been invited to represent Earth," she said quietly, "to something called the Galactic Council. And apparently I have 3 days to prepare." For 72 hours, Maya had been at the center of an international storm. World leaders had convened emergency meetings. Scientists had debated theories on live television. Religious groups had gathered in prayer or protest. Through it all, she remained in a secure facility, surrounded by experts trying to prepare her for a meeting they couldn't possibly understand. "We need to establish communication protocols," a diplomat insisted, sliding papers across the table. "I need you to memorize these scientific questions," urged an astrophysicist. Maya nodded politely, but her attention kept drifting to the metallic object, now housed in a special containment unit. It had remained silent since delivering its message, but she could feel it somehow, like a faint humming in her bones. General Richter entered the room, followed by Dr. Keller. "It's time," he said grimly. "Whatever's going to happen, it's happening now." As if responding to his words, the object began to glow again. The containment unit's alarms blared as the object floated upward, breaking through its enclosure as if it were paper. It hovered before Maya, pulsing with blue light. "The trials begin," appeared in symbols only she could understand. "Are you ready, emissary?" Maya stood, ignoring the shouts and movement around her. "I am." The light from the object expanded, enveloping her completely. Maya heard people calling her name, but their voices faded as the world around her dissolved into blue light. When the light receded, Maya found herself standing on what appeared to be a platform made of translucent crystal. Around her stretched a vast chamber, its ceiling so high it disappeared into darkness. Seated in a semicircle before her were 7 beings, each distinctly different from the others. One resembled a tall humanoid with skin like polished bronze. Another was a swirling mass of light and gas contained within a field of energy. A third looked like an enormous insect with compound eyes that reflected Maya's image back at her hundreds of times. The others were even stranger, defying her ability to describe them even to herself. "Welcome, human emissary," said the bronze-skinned being. Its mouth didn't move, but Maya heard the words clearly in her mind. "We are the Ardani Council. For 1,000,000 cycles, we have guided the development of sentient life in this sector of the galaxy." "Why am I here?" Maya asked, surprised at how steady her voice sounded. "Your species stands at a crucial juncture," said another council member, the one composed of swirling light. "You have developed technology capable of reaching beyond your world, yet your understanding of its consequences remains limited. We have watched many civilizations at this stage," added a third, its voice like rustling leaves. "Some thrive and join us. Others destroy themselves or become threats to all sentient life." "So this is a test?" Maya asked, "to see if humans are worthy." 3 trials, confirmed the bronze being. 3 opportunities to demonstrate the qualities that would make humanity a valuable addition to the galactic community, or to reveal the flaws that would make you a danger. Maya swallowed hard. "And if I fail?" "Earth will be quarantined. A barrier will be placed around your solar system. You may develop as you wish, but you will never join the wider universe." "And if I succeed?" The council members exchanged looks that Maya couldn't interpret. "Then the knowledge of the Ardani will be shared with your people. Technologies to heal your world, to travel among the stars, to eliminate suffering." Maya thought of Earth's problems: climate change, disease, poverty, war. Such knowledge could transform everything, but the weight of responsibility made her knees weak. "The first trial begins now," announced the bronze being. The crystal platform beneath Maya began to change, reshaping itself into a complex maze of pathways. At its center appeared what looked like a small, frightened creature, something like a cross between a bird and a lizard. "This is a Turian infant, separated from its parent," explained the council member. "Find your way through the maze to reach it. But be warned, the maze shifts and changes. It responds to your thoughts and emotions. As if to demonstrate, a section of the pathway suddenly dissolved when Maya took a step forward, leaving a gap too wide to cross. "Your time begins now, emissary," said the bronze being. "Show us how humans face challenges." Maya looked at the maze stretching before her, at the trembling creature in its center, and at the impassive faces of the council. Whatever these trials were truly testing, she knew one thing for certain: the future of humanity depended on her success. She took a deep breath and stepped forward, feeling the weight of 7 billion lives on her shoulders. Maya's body ached from the second trial, which had tested her compassion and wisdom by forcing her to mediate a centuries-old conflict between two alien species. She had succeeded, barely, finding a solution that neither side had considered in their long history of war. Now the council chambers were silent as she awaited the final challenge. "You have surprised us, human," said the bronze-skinned council member. Few reached the third trial. "I'm ready," Maya said, though exhaustion weighed on her like a physical burden. The insectoid council member moved forward. "Before the final trial begins, there is truth you must know." A holographic display appeared in the center of the chamber, showing Earth from space. The image zoomed in to reveal cities, forests, oceans. "Your kind believes you would be joining our community," the being continued. "This is not accurate." Maya felt a cold dread spreading through her chest. "What do you mean?" "The Ardani do not seek new members," explained the swirling light entity. "We seek to identify threats." The hologram shifted to show scenes of war, nuclear explosions, environmental destruction, all from Earth's history. "Species at your development stage follow predictable patterns," the bronze being said. 97% eventually destroy themselves or others. The trials do not test worthiness. They assess threat level. Maya's mind raced. The other objects found on Earth, monitoring devices, confirmed the council member. If you had failed the first 2 trials, they would have activated differently. "How?" Maya demanded, anger rising. The council members exchanged glances. They would have ensured Earth remained isolated, permanently. Maya understood the implication. "You were prepared to destroy us." "To protect the galaxy," corrected the bronze being. "It has been necessary before." The chamber darkened, and a new hologram appeared, a planet much like Earth, green and blue, teeming with life. Then, in a flash, it was gone, replaced by an asteroid field. "A civilization called the Makari," explained the insectoid. "They developed faster than light travel, while still fighting wars among themselves. When they discovered other worlds, they sought conquest." Maya felt sick. "And you destroyed them. All of them." "It was regrettable," said the bronze being, "but necessary." The final trial now stood revealed for what it truly was. Maya wasn't fighting for Earth's inclusion. She was fighting for its survival. "What happens now?" she asked. The chamber transformed around them. Maya found herself standing in what appeared to be a control room. Before her was a large red button. "Your final trial is simple," said the swirling light entity. "Press that button, and the Ardani homeworld will be destroyed. A signal will automatically be sent to Earth, providing your people with all our knowledge and technology." Maya stared in shock. "You're asking me to kill your entire species?" "We are testing what you will do with absolute power," the bronze being explained. "The choice that defines your species." Another control panel appeared opposite the first. Another button, this one blue. "This alternative ends your world instead," continued the council member. "Press it, and Earth enters permanent quarantine. No harm, but no growth beyond your solar system. Ever." Maya looked between the 2 buttons, understanding the horrific choice they represented. "And if I refuse to choose?" "Then we choose for you," said the insectoid simply. Maya closed her eyes, thinking of everything she had learned about the Ardani in her time with them. Their fear made sense. They had seen civilizations rise and fall, seen the damage unrestrained technology could cause. But there was something they had missed, something fundamental about humanity that these trials hadn't tested. She opened her eyes and stepped away from both buttons. "There's another option," she said. The council members stirred, clearly surprised. "The test parameters are clear," insisted the bronze being. "You must choose." Maya smiled, the first genuine smile since this ordeal began. "That's exactly what I mean," she said. "Humanity's greatest strength isn't our intelligence or our compassion, though we have both. It's our ability to reject false choices, to find another way when all options seem impossible." She stepped forward, facing the council directly. "I have a different proposal," she said, "and I think you're going to want to hear it." The council chamber fell silent as Maya approached the central platform. Instead of choosing either button, she placed her hand on the communication console between them. To the council's visible surprise, the device responded to her touch, its controls illuminating with a soft glow. "What are you doing?" demanded the bronze-skinned Ardani, rising from its seat. "The trial requires a choice." "I am making one," Maya replied calmly. "Just not the choice you expected." Her fingers moved across the console with unexpected familiarity, as if she had always known how to operate it. The holographic displays around the chamber flickered and changed, suddenly filling with images from Earth's history. Maya had realized something during her trials. The object that had chosen her had done more than mark her as an emissary. It had created a connection, allowing her to understand not just the Ardani language, but their technology as well. "You've studied our wars, our destruction, our darkest moments," she said as scenes of human conflict played around them. "But that's only part of who we are." The images shifted, now showing different scenes. People helping others during disasters, scientists working together across borders, acts of kindness between strangers, the beauty of human art and music. "Yes, we fight. Yes, we destroy. But we also create. We heal. We grow." Maya's voice grew stronger. "And most importantly, we change." She touched another control, and the displays showed Earth's progress, from ancient civilizations to the modern world, from tribal conflicts to international cooperation. "No species is perfect," she continued. "Not even yours." The council members shifted uncomfortably as Maya's fingers flew across the console again. Now the displays showed glimpses of Ardani history, conflicts and mistakes they had made over their long existence. "You've been judging other species based on a standard you yourselves couldn't meet in your early development," Maya said. "You present yourselves as perfect guardians, but your history shows the same struggles we face." The bronze Ardani stood fully now. "How are you accessing these records?" "They are restricted. The connection works both ways," Maya explained. "Your object didn't just let you study us, it let me understand you." She took a deep breath and made her final move. The console glowed brightly as Maya activated a broadcasting function that sent Earth's complete cultural and historical database flowing into the Ardani system. "I won't choose destruction for either world," she declared. "Instead, I choose understanding. Complete transparency. See us for who we truly are, not just our failings, but our potential." The chamber erupted in chaos as council members conferred urgently with each other. The insectoid member approached Maya. "This has never happened before," it said, its compound eyes reflecting the still-flowing images. "No species has ever refused the final choice." "Maybe that's why you keep finding threats instead of allies," Maya suggested. "Your test is flawed. It creates a false choice that reveals nothing about who we really are." Gradually, the commotion settled. The bronze Ardani, seemingly their leader, approached Maya. "For 50,000 years, we have used the same trials to judge emerging civilizations," it said slowly. "We believed our process was perfect." "Nothing is perfect," Maya replied. "Not you, not us, but we can be better together than we are apart."